Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody doing tonight? My neighbors just went by. Welcome to my page. This is Michaela from Paint Fixation in Middleburg, Florida. I'm coming live to you from my garage, and hopefully we won't have any neighbors walk by like the last time because that was a little bit uncomfortable. And so let me just check and make sure I'm live on my page. Okay, I think I am. Okay. So tonight I am going to be showing you the new Damask Stencil from Dixie and the new Gemstone Mousses. I've got two colors that I'm going to be using tonight, and I'm going to show you how I recreated that there. I'm not quite done with that yet, but since this is a smaller area, I wanted to use this because it'll be easier for a live to show you what I'm doing here. I've got a little bit of a shadow on my part. Hey, Marion. Hey, I'm doing good. Welcome. Tell me if the lighting is okay, because I can change the lighting. Let me see if I can. It's starting to get dark here already. Hang on. Let me see. Is that? Hang on. Is that better? Okay. Hang on. Hey, Andrea. Okay. So can y'all see this okay? On my end, I've got a bad shadow from here down, but I can't tell if it's just my phone. I usually use my computer for this, and so I'm not 100% sure. So if you're watching, let me know if you can see good. And I'm sorry for not coming live on Wednesday. It's been crazy around here. I could show you my garage to give you an idea of what it looks like. Lighting looks good. All right, perfect. But if you're new to my page, welcome. When you come on, please say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. My name is Michaela. I am in Middleburg. I am a Dixie Belle retailer, and I have two locations locally, and I also have a website. Actually, let me go ahead and put that on here. I have a website that you can get all the products from. I don't have the stencils on there yet, but I will be putting them on there probably tomorrow. Hey, Melissa. Okay, so let me show you what we're going to be doing. This is the new Royal Damask Stencil, and I have a mic on. Can y'all hear me okay? I put it on because I'm going to be turning away to do this over here. So if it sounds weird, just let me know. I can take it off. But the last time I kept turning my back, y'all couldn't hear me. Hey, Cindy. So just let me know if you can't hear good or if it's too loud or whatever, because I've only used it once before and I wasn't really happy with the way it sounded, but I just thought since I'm going to be turning away from you guys, it might be better to have a mic. And this has been sitting in my garage since yesterday, and now I have to get the dirt off of it. So these stencils are amazing. Sounds good. Good. Oh, thank you, Cindy. They are 10 mil, so they're nice and sturdy. I have used it. I used it on the back side of this and over here with the Gemstone Mousses, which are water-based. It cleaned up beautifully. There's still a little bit on here, but that was just me not wanting to take the time because I knew I was going to be using it again. But it's not even rubbing off of here, guys. So even though these are water-based, I am so pleased. You can see that it's not smudging at all. I did that yesterday. Okay? I'm going to be using two colors. I'm going to be using the amber, which is this one. You see that? And the gold, which is golden gem. This one's really thick, and as you can see, it's really thick. So this one, look at that, isn't that pretty? So this one, I think it's similar to when you're with paint. Some colors are more pigmented, or the types of pigments that they use make the paint thicker. And I think it must be similar with the mousses, because this one, and I'll show you in a minute when I stir them, how much thicker the gold is than the amber. Okay, and because I'm using a vertical surface, I am going to be using some adhesive. This is, I know you can't tell what it is because obviously it's well used, but this is Elmer's Craft Bond. And this is what I use when I'm stenciling vertically, especially if I'm using a big one. For reference, these are 16 by 20 inches, so they're nice size. In fact, it only took one one shot to get that, and that one's going to take 1 1/3. So I didn't want to do that one because it's I got to line everything up on there. But so I'm going to lay this, I'm just laying this right on top of the plastic that it comes in, okay? And I'm going to spray the adhesive right on top of it. Oh, let me check and see which. I just want to make sure. Okay. I want to make sure I put it on here the same. This is vintage duck egg from Dixie Belle, 2 coats with 2 coats of flat. So this is going to be flat, a flat finish. And then this up here is the walnut gel stain. And this is going to be a high gloss, and this is the hardware, which these are spray painted, and this is, I forget the color. It's around here somewhere. And I'm going to just take, I'm actually going to take the gold. Wait, where is it? Here it is. I'm going to take the gold on these. I'll just show you really quick what I'm going to be doing with hardware. So I have this color, which looks really pretty with that, but it's a little bit warm. So I'm just going to take some of the Gemstone Mousse. I'm going to dab this off a little bit because I got a little bit too much on my finger. And I'm just going to highlight it a little bit. Can you see the difference there? Let me see. Got it all over me. Okay, do you see how that's just lightening that up? You probably, that light's really bright, so it's hard to see. But it's kind of highlighting it, so it's going to be kind of a two-tone effect, and it's going to look really pretty with the stencil. But that's what the hardware is going to look like. And I am using a Dollar Tree stencil brush. It is a natural bristle brush, works great for this. And so let me go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and just put a light coat on this. And then what I do for this is I put the light coat on, and then I just breeze it around a little bit until it gets sticky. That's UPS. They're stopping here, so I can't promise you that they're not going to come in the garage since they saw me sitting here. So we might be getting a package. A little awkward. I would shut the garage, but it's very warm in here. Okay, I need to get a little bit more up the top of this. I didn't get enough at the very top. Hopefully they'll go to the front door, but it's funny. Okay. All right. So this, I'm going to line this up so that it's pretty much even from top to bottom. I'm going to have a gap. Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. You can just set that anywhere.
Right here's fine?
Yep, thank
You're
you.
having fun?
I am, thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. Take care. Okay. Let me see if this is going to stick. You did? Hey, Cindy. Okay, so he did deliver. That was a Christmas present that he just delivered for one of my kids. Okay, look, now I'm just going to step back and look and just make sure that it looks pretty even. I need to bring it over just a little bit. And what's nice about this spray adhesive is it is easy to adjust. And I'm just eyeballing this. Some people are probably cringing. I should have put this on before I went live, huh? Hang on, I'll get it, I promise. Okay. Okay, that looks good. So now I can push it on. Okay. All right. So that's up there, and it's hot as heck in here. Hey, Sherry. Okay. So the other thing is I just have a piece of paper. Look how pretty that is. So that's golden amber. And I'm going to use that to dab off my brush. Okay. I'm going to start with the gold, and I'm going to stir it first because just like anything that you use, you really should stir it first. And I just have this little tool that I use to open drawers. So I'm just going to use that. And look how thick it is. You guys, y'all need to get some of this. It is so hot out here. I am so ready. I told my husband last night, okay, I'm ready for fall. He goes, we already had fall. Don't you remember last week, those 2 days? That light's hot too. So, all right, so I'm just going to pull this off of here. Literally, that's all I'm going to be using. I'm going to dab it off. And the way that I did this yesterday was a swirly motion. So I'm literally just going to swirl this on here. And I'm going to bring y'all here, I think. That's the best way to do this. And I'm just going to swirl it on. And what I did was I wanted it to be a little bit heavier on the tops. And then you see how easy that's going on? It's so creamy. I hear somebody out there. I think that might be my husband. Okay, and then right here on the edges, I'm just going to push this down. Okay, you can't come in here. I'm doing a video. Okay. The UPS guy just brought that while I was live. That's Joshua's Christmas present. It is hot as can be out here. Okay. So I'm telling y'all, this stuff just goes on so smooth. I'm not a big stenciler. Hey, Aunt Kate. But these are so this stuff that just goes on so nice and smooth. I've got a little one that's sticking up right there. That's probably from me cleaning it roughly. So I'm just going to pull that down like that. These stencils are a nice thickness so that even swirling like this, I didn't get any bleed through. You can see how nice and crisp that one is there. So the way I did this was I'm just kind of getting it darker on the outside edges, and then as I go in, I'm just kind of fading it in, almost just like just kind of an more aged look. So the dark edges like this. And I'm not going to do this whole thing. That'll bore y'all to death. But if you have questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'm gonna go ahead and do this top part here and show you how I did the 2 colors, and then I'll pull it back to show you what it looks like. So there's 4 colors that have come out. Golden Gem, Amber, Diamond, which is the silver, and Garnet, which is a gorgeous reddish color. I did a video the other day showcasing them as I open them. So if you haven't seen that, if you want to see what all 4 of them look like, you can check that out. Which I do have a YouTube channel now so that I can keep all my videos all in one place. And it's under the same name, Paint Fixation. So it'll be much easier to find my videos now. You can just go to the YouTube channel and they're all right there. And I have them in playlists, so like if you're looking for furniture videos, they're under furniture. And then I have craft, and then I have like miscellaneous videos too. So they're all there together, so you don't have to go looking back through my Facebook feed to see where a video is. So if you're looking for a video, and I've tried to label them so that, you know, they'll be easy to find. So if I tell you, well, you can go on there and look at blah, 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 then you'll be able to find it. Also, all the videos are on my website, paintfixation.com. So if you don't want to go to YouTube, you can go to my website, and all of the Dixie Belle products are for sale through my website. Also, I have Would You Bend on there. I don't have all of the Would You Bend loaded up yet because I was having trouble with the server, but they're getting there. I'm working on them every day. So if there's something on there that you don't see, just private message me, and I can let you know if I have it or not. It takes a lot of time to get websites up. I did not yet, Sherry. No, it has been a crazy, crazy couple of days. That's okay, Debbie. You're late, but I wasn't even here Wednesday. Like I keep saying I'm going to be here every Wednesday, and then I always have something come up. It's just, I don't know. I'm thinking I feel like I let you guys down by not being more consistent. But there's just so much going on right now. It's just been so hard for me to, it's really crazy. It's just that time of year. I literally have not done any shopping for my kids. I just got a few things online. I just haven't been in the mood, and I'm sure some of y'all can relate. I actually was on MeWe today. MeWe is a similar platform to Facebook, but I don't think you can do lives on there yet. But I was kind of looking for something other than Facebook, just something different. But for now, I think that I'm going to be sticking with Facebook for a while, just because I can't quite figure out the other one. So I'm going to go down here and do a couple more of these, and then I'm going to show you how I did the highlighting with the amber. So there's also 3 stencils that have come out. There's this one. There is a Moroccan stencil, which is beautiful. And then there's a houndstooth stencil. And again, those will be all loaded on my website tomorrow, maybe even tonight. I might get those on there tonight after I take a shower, just while I'm watching some television. Yeah, I want to try it so bad, Sherry. Just haven't had time. I've got several pieces of furniture that I got today. That are pieces that I can play around with, because they're all individual, they're not a grouping. So actually that little one that I got, I think would be really pretty with the French linen and the garnet. I'll have to look at that. Okay, so as you can see, well, y'all, I'm hoping that you can see, you'll be able to see when I pull it off. But in here, this is a lot lighter. I can see the blue of the vintage decade coming through. Okay, so this is how I did this one over here. So I did a little heavier on the outsides. This one, not so much. And then a little lighter on the insides to kind of give it a little fade. Now I'm going to open up my amber, and I'm using the same brush. I'm not switching brushes. I'm going to give it a stir. I am going to clean this off though before I stick it in here. Now you can see this one is a lot more liquidy. See that? It's not nearly as thick. And I think that's just a pigment issue. It's just whatever pigments are used to make each color. And I'm just dabbing it off on my paper here, okay? So I'm just taking it and swirling it just like you would do any other paint for stenciling. Okay, so now I'm going to take this color and I'm going to go around the outside of this, like this. Kind of just almost like a shadow to the gold. And I think it complements the walnut really nicely. And what's wonderful about these is because they are water-based, you can wipe them off if you don't like it, or you can just wait for them to dry and paint right over the top of them. You don't have to wait for these to cure like you do the oil-based waxes, the gilding waxes, which we will be coming out with new waxes coming up soon, guys. The new gilding waxes are supposed to be out, I think, December. And Dixie Belle has given us permission to announce that we are also going to be selling our own transfer line and silk screen stencils. They're going to have 7 categories of stencils with 3 patterns in each category. And I got a sneak peek at one the other day. It was a Moroccan stencil, and they're gorgeous. And I've never used a silk screen stencil, but from what I understand, they are so nice because you have hardly any, you basically don't have any bleed through. I don't know if they're going to be adhesive. I think they are going to be adhesive. They look like they were. So transfers, silkscreen stencils, and the new gilding waxes. We're also going to have some new brushes coming out, but they're not coming out just yet. I think that's going to be more towards the first of the year. And of course the new silk line, if you're not familiar with the new silk line that we're going to be having, I will be carrying that also. And that's the mineral paint that we're going to be carrying. So I'm just basically highlighting the outside edges of these, okay? So when I pull this back, it'll have a 3D effect. So I'm excited about the new products. And I haven't been a big transfer user, but I'm excited to see what they're going to have to offer for transfers. So Dixie Belle is really killing it with the market. We are going to be like a one-stop shop. You're not going to have to go to any other company to get basically anything that you want for furniture, art, or craft. I mean, they're going to have it all. The new silk line is going to be amazing for like cabinetry. It's an all-in-one paint. I'm sure that those of you who follow Dixie Belle know about it already. But it's a mineral paint, all-in-one, no primer, no top coat needed. It's the Hampton colors, so it's more of a solid color look. So like if you like a clean look, they're not very blendable. You don't need water with them. So it's just a different look. It's going to be really for a different kind of customer. I'm thinking I'm going to do my kitchen when they come out. I have my kitchen right now is the gel stain from another company. I did them years ago before Dixie Belle. In the Java color. So I'm going to go lighter, and I'm going to use one of the new silks. So hopefully we'll be able to do that together. Possibly spray. I've been telling y'all I was going to spray. I have not been able to spray since I told you guys I was going to spray. The humidity here, I asked Google this morning what the humidity was here. 99%. And it wasn't raining, guys. It was not raining. So if you can imagine 99% humidity with no rain, that's how nasty it was this morning. Okay. So I used the golden gem very lightly, and then the amber. And I'm going to pull this back and show you what it's going to look like. The other nice thing about this being 10 mil is, where's the lid to this? Being 10 mil, these are so nice and they're very hefty. So I'm able to pull this off, and then I can place this back on. Like that one over there, I'm going to have to come down. They line up so nicely because they're just such a good thickness. But look at that. Now this is not bleed through. This is just where I've hit the other stencil opening, which I'll get that in a minute. Got some goober on there. But look at how beautiful that is. There's no bleed through. I'm going to try and get this to where y'all can see the shine. Hang on. Let me see. Can you see how this is darker and it goes to light? Isn't that beautiful? And I think it complements the walnut so nicely. So that's going to be on, I'm going to do this on both sides. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. Very, very pretty. I might even do the drawers. So to kind of give you an idea, let's turn it this way. I think we can get a side view. And then, oops. I was just going to stick this up here so y'all can kind of sit that down. So what do y'all think? So we have the walnut on top. This is going to be high gloss. I'll be painting that tomorrow. And then we have the vintage duck egg and the stencil. Isn't that pretty? I love it. Where are you going? You taking Catherine's car? All right. Bye. See, it's so pretty. So that is the new gemstones, guys. If you have ever been wanting to try a metallic, this is the way to go. I love that they're water-based. I love that they take hardly anything. Basically, all I used on that whole piece, actually, the whole piece here, I hardly used just what was on the stick that I stirred with. I just basically pulled it off and then rubbed it in. And you can see how much coverage. Look at this, is all the coverage. This is just from me, hey Ollie, from me doing this, okay? So, and this is how metallic it is, but you can see that it's not like blaring in your face. Let me move this back up here. But, and you can kind of see, you probably can't tell on camera. Well, that's pretty, just like that. You can see it really good there. You see the different colors? So because of the thickness of the stencil, I can kind of see it's a little tiny bit raised here. Not much. And then if you wanted to, you could knock that raised off like that if you wanted to before it dries. You can just take that and just kind of do it with your finger. And it just will knock that raised part off. But I kind of like it because it gives it more dimension. And also, these stencils are going to be fantastic for raised stencils. It's not a raised stencil, but it's thick enough that it'll give you a nice foundation for a raised stencil. And that's what I was going to do on these. I was going to do the sea spray with the vintage duck egg, but then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it. These gemstones are so pretty, and I really wanted to complement the top, and so I decided to do this. And I think it's just enough bling. It's not going to be overly dramatic. But so tomorrow I'll be finishing these up, and then I'll do a live on how to, I'm going to add some of the gloss to the tops of these. So, because I want this to be a nice shiny finish against the flat. So this is 2 coats of flat. So that's, I think the flat looks very nice with the metallic. I've got some on my drawer there. And then Jason Skinner, who y'all have maybe seen on here before, he sent me a free sample of some product that is similar to our Big Mama's Butter, and I told him that I would test it for him. He sent me 3 scents. One of them's lemon, one of them's rose, and one of them is, I think it's called Love Affair or something, but it's a really pretty scent. But anyway, I will probably do a live showing that. I'm gonna do the insides of all of these drawers with that product so that I can test it for him and see what I think of it. Let him know, because I think he's gonna try and market it. So I told him I'd be happy to do that for him. He's been a good customer, and he's always very supportive of me, so I want to support him. And so I'll go live with that too. He's not on here right now, but I'm sure he'll watch the replay. So that is what I'm going to be doing with this. I'm very excited. I am going to be adding, I might add some of the amber to these now too. Just a little bit, just to give, because I'm not a big fan of spray painting hardware, but this hardware was so bad. It was so nasty and rusted, and I had to clean it with steel wool, and so it really needed a spray paint to keep the rust from continuing. So I'm going to be adding some dimension to these. I'm not a big fan of just one solid color. I'm going to be adding dimension, probably with the amber and the golden gem. It will complement the top. But anyway, so y'all, I will try to get on here tomorrow when it's not so dark and we don't have to have this blaring light on me because it's hot. And I'll try to send out a post right before I go live, like maybe an hour before. Weekends are rough scheduling because I never know what's going to happen. My husband works tomorrow though, so I should be able to keep things on track. He keeps me. He's been off for the last 2 days. So that tells you anything about how having him here kind of throws me off kilter, because I just quite don't know when I'm going to need to feed him and all that stuff. Plus today I had a customer come over. It actually was a girl that I went to school with years and years ago at the X-ray school, and so we spent all day going. She has a cabinet she's doing, and so I was helping explain to her how to strip and sand and paint and all that. So it's been a long day. But okay, so I'll see you guys tomorrow, I promise. I don't know exactly when, but actually I may end up doing more than one live tomorrow, because I'm going to be doing the rest of the stenciling, and then I'm going to do using Jason's butter, and then I'm going to be doing the top. So I may pop in several times tomorrow, just because I don't want to do a 3-hour live, but I'll pop in several times to show y'all what I'm working on. Okay, and then next week I'm finishing these this weekend. I want to spray this buffet that I've been wanting to get done. This guy here. I'm going to spray that. My goal for that piece is to spray the whole thing. I'm going to spray it caviar and spray it in high gloss. So that is on the back burner until the weather clears up. But that is what our week is looking at. Thank you so much, Sherry. You guys have a great evening too. And pop in on the replay. If you're on the replay, ask any questions that you want. I'll be happy to answer any questions that you have. And you guys have a beautiful weekend. God bless. Thanks for joining me. Bye.